Hello, I'm Erik Robey.
And I'm Karla Schaffer, and this is Anne Arundel County Week in Review. Making headlines this week. Animal control has been all over the news this week after officers rescued 51 dogs from a home in Pasadena where a breeding operation got out of control. The department was forwarded an anonymous complaint made to the county executive's office that a smell from the house was noticeable a block away. Inside the house, they found scores of Yorkshire Terriers, poodles, mixes, and several other breeds of dogs, young and old. The dogs were rescued and taken to animal control, where the staff acted fast to get the word out. Within 2 days, the dogs were all cleaned up, treated for fleas and other ailments, spayed and neutered, and placed in new homes. It was a record day for animal control, where prospective parents lined up 100 deep for hours to see the dogs. County Executive Leopold said of the operation, "Hoarding is a serious issue for the owner, the pets, and the community. I want to congratulate everyone at Animal Control for a job well done." The owner of the home in Pasadena could receive a small fine for having more dogs than zoning allows, but officials said the most important thing was that the dogs were placed in safe and loving homes. You can read more about the success story and check out videos and pictures of the dogs on Facebook. Just go to www.facebook.com/AAC Animal Control.
Well, County Executive Leopold joined his colleagues in Prince George's, Howard, and Harford counties to remind Congress that the time is now to approve federal funding for roads near military bases. County Executive Leopold often jokes that BRAC doesn't stand for base realignment and closure, but rather better rely on the county. That's because Anne Arundel County has spent more than $4.5 million on road projects around Fort Meade. Statewide, the county executive and his colleagues, including also the mayor of Laurel, said there's a lot more to be done. Statewide, Maryland has more than $1 billion in construction needs around our military bases. The president has been clear that there is a need for infrastructure to spark the economy and create jobs. The time to act is now. The county executive sent a letter outlining their concerns to the congressional delegation in the House and the Senate.
This week, the Anne Arundel County Fire Department responded to 1,376 calls for service. This included more than 1,053 emergency medical calls and 106 fire calls. This week, one resident and 2 pets were fatally injured due to a carbon monoxide incident in their home, and numerous businesses and roadways were shut down for an extended period of time when a large propane tank was reported leaking at an Arundel Mills construction site. With us now to tell us more about these incidents is Division Chief Michael Cox of the Anne Arundel County Fire Department. Chief?
Thanks, Karla. On Tuesday, March 22, 2011, around 8:30 a.m., Anne Arundel County firefighters were summoned to the 5600 block of Sands Road in the Lothian area of the county. Upon arrival, crews were informed by neighbors of a strange smell or odor in the neighbor's residence. Firefighters quickly donned full protective clothing, including self-contained breathing apparatus, and entered the home. Once in the home, firefighters obtained carbon monoxide readings well over 800 parts per million. During the search of the residence, firefighters also discovered the body of a deceased male who was estimated to be in his mid-60s, along with 2 deceased cats. Firefighters immediately ventilated the dwelling in order to reduce the concentration of carbon monoxide to acceptable levels. After achieving tolerable levels, the incident scene was turned over to Anne Arundel County Police and representatives from the Office of the State Medical Examiner who were conducting an investigation into the death. In a second incident, Anne Arundel County firefighters responded to a reported gas leak in the 7600 block of Arundel Mills Circle. First unit to arrive on the scene reported that a 1,000-gallon propane cylinder was leaking at the construction site for the new Longhorn Steakhouse. Crews immediately evacuated the area within a half-mile radius of the site and awaited arrival of the members from the fire department's hazardous materials unit. The evacuation affected other construction sites and some businesses in the area and closed a portion of Arundel Mills Circle. Workers at the scene advised a tank began to leak when they were attempting to move the tank from one part of the construction site to another. During transit, the tank fell from a forklift that was being utilized to lift the tank, damaging a valve on the tank. Hazmat crews attempted to secure the valve with no avail. Representatives from the propane company and the Maryland Department of the Environment also responded to the scene to assist. Crews were finally able to mitigate the problem by doing a controlled release of the product, which ended at about 2 p.m. Karla?
Thanks, Chief. County fire and police officials advised that a search of the residence where high carbon monoxide readings were found did reveal a generator was found inside the residence. Although officials are unsure whether this was the cause or a contributing factor to the high carbon monoxide levels, fire officials want to remind all residents that appliances and equipment such as furnaces, heaters, stoves, dryers, and generators that utilize fossil fuels all produce carbon monoxide. Residents should ensure these items are all utilized in a well-ventilated area and in accordance with manufacturers' recommendations. Residents should also make sure that working carbon monoxide detectors are also employed in the home where these types of appliances or equipment are utilized.
Well, there's more Week in Review to come. When we come back, we'll be talking with Capitol reporter Erin Cox, and you're going to want to stay tuned for this one because her and her husband were in the nation of Japan just 2 weeks ago when the 9.0 disastrous earthquake struck. Now take a look at the community calendar for what's happening around the county, and stay with us. We'll be right back.